Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and possibly good night. Welcome to another Senior Spotlight here on D News Network. My name is Jason Wilson. Alongside me is...
Destiny Maldonado.
And wow, we have a wacky schedule today, especially with plenty of Senior Spotlights. Destiny, we just interviewed Caitlin. You witnessed that. You were trying not to cry at the same time.
Low key, low key. I'm an emotional person, so.
Out of all the Senior Spotlights, this is probably going to be the most podcast-sounding one possible. When it comes to conversation with Destiny.
Don't know what that means, but okay.
It's okay. It means it'll be entertaining. It'll be back and forth.
Great.
Good conversation. But besides that, let's hop right into this.
Okay.
The same question that I usually start off with, the boring one, the basic one, the vanilla, if you will. Destiny, why Dean? Why Dean College?
Why Dean? Oh my gosh. So I grew up dancing at a studio back in my hometown in Connecticut. And I had a teacher, her name was Sarah, and she was an alum from Dean. I was, I think, 10 years old, and she talked about Dean, and ever since then, I've wanted to come here.
Wow.
I even printed out, like, the Bachelor of Arts program, and, like, all the requirements. I printed it out and hung it up on my wall. Like, I've been wanting to go to Dean for so long, and it's been my top school for the dance program, so I'm here.
I actually have no clue about that.
Yep.
Like, I feel like, when people think about their colleges and, like, when they're starting to, like, think of, like, oh, where do I want to be? I want to be at, like, Syracuse. I want to be at UConn. Or, like, one of those big schools, like, depending on, like, sports and stuff like that. Or, like, the good old Harvard. You knew at 10 years old where you wanted to be. I guess moving in to your 10-year-old self, and even just before that, when did you decide that you wanted to invest in dance as your major?
Oh, my gosh. I remember my studio used to hold these student choreography showcase. It was super low key, but it gave students a chance to like collaborate and choreograph and do whatever. I did it one year when I was about 10. I did a dance to a Shake It Up song. It was really good, and people just kept telling me like, "Wow, you're just really good. You look like you're having so much fun up there." I was like, "Wait, I actually really like this." And then like the more conversations I had with like my teachers and the more that I realized like as you're growing older like how serious you want it to make it was just I just knew right then and there that dance was at like the best thing I could ever discover and who I am as an individual, and I was like, let's make a career out of it.
Well, you definitely are one of the most energetic individuals that I've come across. You have wacky and whims, if you will, when it comes down to a lot of different things. I mean that as a complete compliment.
Thank you.
You are very charismatic and come across to a lot of different dancers across Dean College. I swear, like, you are one of the most charismatic people that I've met over my time here at Dean. I feel like almost everybody knows who you are, for the better. Oh, there's Destiny. Oh, there's Destiny. Oh my gosh. There's a lot of people who fangirl over you as well. And I witness that all the time. I'm not even joking. Like, it's actually funny. Like, I think my friends calling me Mr. President or something like that is funny. They're always talking about you. And it's like, oh my gosh, I saw Destiny today in class. Da, 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 da. So you have a lot of influence here on campus. So moving into your Dean College life, you have put out a lot of great choreographer work. You've also done a lot of different dances. How have you sort of come into that creative mindset?
I've had it since I was a kid. Like, real ones know that I used to have an old YouTube channel, and I would choreograph stuff, and I would put it on my YouTube channel. It's all taken down. Nobody go look for it. But I would do it in my room, and I remember, like, envisioning all these things and, like, where people would go, and, like, it was all in my brain. And I was, like, craving to have that space and the ability to do it. So when I got to Dean, I was like, I'm shooting for the stars. Everything that's come to my mind, I am doing it and I'm going for it. And my creative juices just flowed out.
And you are one of the creative minds as a choreographer. I've seen a lot of your work, and it formulates beautifully onto stage. When it comes down to both the lighting, the movement, the message, even just mainly going down to the song, if we're going to be keeping it general. You've done a lot of that. When it comes down to the creation of what you want to make, how do you decide on what piece you're going to create?
Um, Most of it is personal anecdotes, and finding a way to use art as a form of uh, maybe like self-realization, or kind of like giving the audience a chance to recognize that, oh, maybe I'm going through that too, because a lot of the stuff that we experience as people is very universal, and I kind of use choreography and art as a way to push that out for people and maybe inspire change in themselves or like society in general. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've created a lot of different choreographies. You've also performed a lot as well, but you also teach on the side as well.
Yep.
So when it comes down to the teaching side of things, you work for a specific dance school, I believe.
Yes.
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 Would you like to go into depth about that?
Sure. I work at a studio in Westboro, Lorraine Aldericio's Dance Academy of Expressions. It's a mouthful. It's like my first full-time teaching job. I've done like summer work at my former studio before. I really enjoy teaching, although it's not like something I want to stick with. I love the kids. I love giving them like the passion and the drive of like, because I teach hip hop and I also teach jazz, so it's very upbeat. Um, but I love seeing their progress, and I love seeing it when they like get it right, and that's really inspiring as a dancer, performer. Like everything inspires me.
And I've definitely seen that behind the scenes, as we've been friends for about 3 years now. And just whenever I head over to the dorm with Olivia and Caitlin and you and Kaylee, or even when you guys lived with Ben and Alex, all you did was talk about, oh my gosh, the choreography came out great today. Everyone was moving on their steps. This person's a bit behind, but I want to get them in the right mode, in the right energy. When it comes down to getting your dancers in the mood, getting that energy, and putting themselves into those shoes for a specific piece, how do you come across with that?
I push it to relate it to themselves, especially if like the topic gets kind of heavy or like seriously specific. I push them to like make it come from within themselves or their personal experiences. Sometimes I'll do like group activities. There's times where I've had people write down like certain things on note cards, have it with them. Yeah, just like having that sense of familiarity and like relating it to your own life.
Mm-hmm. Now, you mentioned a lot of things about groups. You were part of the RISE program.
Yes.
You were the vice president of that.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come across RISE, and what do you do for RISE?
So I came across RISE my freshman year. They hold, we were formerly known as Brave, if people remember that. They also hold showcases similar to Active Minds, but they specifically focus on sexual assault education and awareness and gender-based violence and stuff like that. So that's what that showcase I was a part of, and from that I was inspired to be a part of the club because it was kind of fading out, and it's a really important topic to me. So I decided to step up with some friends and push it and keep the club alive and reformat it and really take it to a where it should be.
And I've been to the showcase twice now, and it's really well put together. You guys do put on an amazing show that has a lot of great messages to them. Dance is such a niche in a lot of different ways, and to fall in love with it in lots of different ways and try to find the artistic value of it, to portray what you want to say and what something is about. And I find that really beautiful in every single way. Whenever I go to any showcase, introducing myself to the world of dance has been an amazing part of team, and I'm happy to have 3 dancers in my life, like yourself, Olivia, as well as Caitlin. So when it comes down to it, for collaboration, once again, you're part of 2 other collab things as well for dance. Would you like to go in on those?
I think you're talking about the dance teams?
Yes, the dance teams.
So I'm a part of 2 dance teams on campus. They're student run. I'm a part of Synergy, which is a hip hop team, and I'm part of the Collective, which is a contemporary based dance team. We do a bunch of different stuff. We'll do shows run by the School of Dance, and then we also all the dance teams throw in for the collaboration showcase, which just happened not too long ago. A lot of performance opportunities, a lot of community, really fun space, honestly. Yeah.
So when it comes down to, we talk about a lot of your dance experience here, whether it being on a team, whether it be a part of a club, or just being a part of different showcases. What is a showcase that you mostly resonate with, that you have truly loved creating something for, or just being a part of?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. I think the one that truly resonated with me the most was my first choreographer's concert piece. That was my junior year, and I choreographed a sad hip hop piece. Crazy, right? You wouldn't think of that, but that I had the like most beautiful opportunity to get that adjudicated by some guest artists, and it had everything a part of me, and the cast was beautiful, and the whole process was beautiful, and they took it by storm and like really pushed my vision to life, and I couldn't be any more grateful for that experience. I had learned so much from that.
And when I witness it, the adjudication process, it is like completely real. It's almost like you're watching like AGT,
Yeah, it's
or
live. The audience sees it live.
it's almost like you're watching like one of those TV shows where it's like America's Got Talent, or some other one like X Factor.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing to hear that insight specifically for dance. Hear what they liked, and then hear about the connections that you create throughout it. And I think that's such an amazing process to go through. And I was very happy to see it once again this year
Yes.
for it. But besides that, we looked at that as a specific showcase. Is there any specific dance or choreographer that you have been the most happiest with? What is something that you are the most proud of making?
Oh my god, I'm so proud of so many. Um, Probably one that I did for Rise, before it turned Rise my sophomore year. I had an insane contemporary piece dedicated to sexual assault of survivors, where we used color run powder. You know that powder that they throw, to symbolize different colors um, for sexual assault, and they danced live with powder and threw it, and it was awesome. That was really fun and really really cool.
And the powder is still in your room.
It's still in Guidry. It is still behind the stage. I look for it every so often, and there's green powder backstage, and sometimes I'll touch it. I'll be like, "Wow, remember that?"
I know Olivia has a jar of a lot of the glitter and powder as well. So
Yeah.
it's a major piece in a lot of different ways, and I feel like it's ironic that you mention it, because I've always heard of it every single time, but to hear you speak about it really shows that it's such a beautiful piece, to say at the
Yeah.
least. But moving past dance, or you
Mhm.
could say even collabing now with DNN.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, we just wrapped Caitlin's. You
Mhm.
were dragged into DNN. How
Yes,
did you come across it?
that's so funny. It's really funny, cause I knew she was going, um, and I was just called Ally. We had a running joke with her, Brett, and everybody else. We're DNN Ally. But I just wanted to start going. Low key kind of felt a little FOMO. But I started going and learning kind of what the process was like here and what the club actually does, rather than hearing it from them, and it got me wrapped in. So thank you, Caitlin, and for dating the president, and now I'm here. I'm here.
So obviously, friends dragged you into this. A little bit of FOMO, but we are also very, very happy to have you here. You've been here for now basically 4 years, and you've gone through basically all the different hoops of DNN. I believe you were even on the club spotlight for Rise, if I'm off the top
Yes.
of my head. Yes,
Yeah.
you were in the club spotlight for it. So you've worked behind the scenes. You've also shot in front of the camera for the club spotlight for Rise. And then you decided, alongside Caitlin and Olivia, to create Dancing Through the Decades, one of our most viewed segments. How did the three of you come across that?
I feel like I'm gonna repeat what Caitlin said, but it was mostly just like, hey, you guys want to do this? Wouldn't it be fun if we did this? And it just ended up happening. We were kind of like forced, or like we had a little bit of push by Brett to do it, and we kind of just took what we learned from our dance history classes and wanted to talk about dance, and that was that.
And when it comes down to the process of divvying up the work,
Mhm.
you know, I see you guys when it's script night on Wednesday, and you guys are up late, and you're like, we gotta get this in now.
What?
We gotta get this in as soon as
What?
possible. I see you guys put in the research, and you try as hard as you can
Mhm.
to make sure that script comes out as soon as possible, or as late as possible in some essences. But so what? So what, right? At least you tell the president what's going on. And I'm not just talking about myself. I'm talking about Brett as well.
We're privileged.
Yeah, he's his SID now. But still, besides that, when it came down to the process of editing, the pre and post production aspects of Dancing Through the Decades, how do you feel you fit your role?
We all share everything so equally. The three of us, work together really, really well. Um, Other than like the scheduling stuff, because it's so hard with like all of our busy schedules to like make things happen and make things work. I think everything's so even. Like we'll say, oh, I put this in the script. Oh, I did some research on this. I threw this in here. And at the end of the day, we'll like go through everything, divvy up who's saying what. When we're editing, we all have like our valid opinions. We all listen to each other and figure things out. So I think it's quite even actually.
So moving through Dancing Through the Decades, as well as DNN, I've mentioned that you've been here for quite some time, and you're moving on. If we're looking a little bit back, what is one of your favorite memories from DNN?
All of the Deanies. All the ones that I've gone to, even the ones that like I wasn't even a club member for. I went to that one freshman year, I think. I don't remember. They're all blurring together, but I loved all of them. Oh my gosh, so much fun, and it's so cool to see the like the end or the wrap up of what everybody has done, and like the awards that people get and the recognition that everybody deserves. I think those are really, really great.
Yeah, you, Caitlin, and Olivia all ended up getting a Deanie as well
Yeah.
last year for most quirkiest segment for Dance Through the Decades. So that was very much well deserved.
Yes. Thank you.
But yeah, the Deanie's a huge time, and you know, to see everyone's work, I couldn't agree more with you on that. Speaking of accomplishments, you have come across a long way from Dean, and you've grown so much over time. What is one of your major accomplishments looking back throughout Dean? Just right now. Obviously, we have 30 plus days ahead, right? I hate saying that. What is one of your major accomplishments?
I think the fact that, I took a step outside of what I was scared to do, because I was really scared to come to college. I took the step, I took the leap of faith, and I became a better person that I never thought I could. And that's what I like to say about college is, taking that leap is actually going to make you a better person at the end of the day. I think I'm most proud of just like how much I've grown.
And I've definitely seen that over time, and you have a lot of stories to tell. You are quite the storyteller yourself.
Thank you.
But besides the stories and all that sort of stuff, when it comes down to if you were to tell your younger self, or someone who's just coming into college, or someone who's looking into the dance program, or looking into DNN, what would you want to tell them to give them a little boost as a piece of advice?
Take the leap. Take it. Because you don't know what's going to come from it. Oh my god. I knew this was going to happen. Lock in. Okay, yeah, take the leap. You're going to grow, things are going to change, but you'll never know unless you take that step, man. Just do it. And if you feel like, maybe you want to go to Dean, but like you're not entirely sure, just do it. Just try it. See what it's like. If you hate it, leave. Like, like take the leap, and that's the only way that you'll know whether something fits you or not. So just
So ending it off with a Nike, ending it off with Nike a little bit.
Yeah.
But besides that, I could not agree more. Taking that leap, taking that extra step forward, it is something that takes a lot of courage to do. I myself, I started off very quiet from high school, and then when I headed into college, I'm now the exact opposite. And there's a lot of different steps to get there. You have gone above and beyond every single day. As I mentioned before, you are a namestay on campus. You are a namestay here at DNN. You have been a huge part of Dean College, to say it the least, and you will be cemented in history. I know that for a fact. You, along with Caitlin, Olivia, and all the other seniors, you have left your mark here, and you will forever be remembered, and I know that for a fact.
Wow. Thanks.
Because if it's not just the people, I know for a fact I will remember you. Because you've been a fantastic friend, a fantastic staff member across for DNN, and you have just been a complete light here at Dean College, and not only that, but DNN. So I want to thank you for joining me and being a part of this.
Yeah.
And not only that, just being a fantastic friend.
Thank you.
Okay? It's okay.
I'm good.
It's okay. We're wrapping up.
Okay.
We're wrapping up. All right? All right, everyone. After that one with Destiny and a fantastic podcast, basically, episode, that about wraps up this senior spotlight. For more senior spotlights, check out the playlist in the description. There's plenty more there. So if you want to hear more stories of other seniors and their time here at Dean, and not just Dean, but DNN, you can check it out down below and see what they're up to. But that about does it for myself and Destiny. My name is Jason Wilson. Alongside me is
Destiny.
Destiny Maldonado. And I would like to say good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And fade to black.